The buzzing sound of the dying generator filled the small Lagos apartment as Halimat adjusted her ring lights for the 10th time. "You see, if this thing doesn't stay stable, I swear I will throw it out the window," she groaned, wiping sweat from her forehead. Olabisi chuckled, scrolling through comments on her phone. "You say that every time. Yet, we still film in this oven you call an apartment." Ifeoma, perched elegantly on the armrest of the worn-out sofa, smirked. "Maybe if your jokes weren't so local, brands may pay us enough to afford a real studio." Halimat gasped dramatically, clutching her chest. "Excuse me, my local jokes paid your light bills last month." The three burst into laughter, the kind that came from sleepless nights, shared struggles, and the unbreakable bond of three girls who started with nothing but a dream and a smartphone. They met at the content creators workshop in Yaba. Halimat was the loudest in the room, cracking jokes that made even the stern-faced facilitator laugh. Ifeoma, dressed like she had stepped off a Milan runway, she sat with crossed arms, radiating "don't talk to me" energy, until Halimat dragged her into the impromptu skit about Lagos aunties at parties. Olabisi was the quiet observer, taking notes, but when she spoke about authentic storytelling, her passion was magnetic. The room fell silent, listening. By the end of the day, they exchanged Instagram handles. A week later, they filmed their first collab, a chaotic type of Lagos Friends skit. It got 10K views overnight. Their early days were far from glamorous. Halimat's apartment was their studio, filming between power outages and noisy neighbors. Ifeoma sold her first designer bag to buy a better camera. Olabisi family called her a disgrace for chasing internet fame instead of a real job. But they pushed through. Then came the video that changed everything, the viral breakthrough. Halimat's idea was simple: Wahala for who no gets light, a skit about Lagosians suffering through power cuts. Ifeoma played the suffering baddie, whose makeup melted under the heat. Olabisi was the prayer warrior auntie, blaming demons for NEPA failure. Halimat, the generator repair guy who scammed everyone. They posted it at 9 p.m. By morning, 500K views. Their phones blew up. Comments flooded in. "You all need your own show. Who is that fashion girl? Her looks are fire." The comedian is so hilarious. They screamed, danced, and cried. This was it, their big breakthrough. A message popped into their shared DM. "Hi ladies, we love your content. Would you be interested in a brand collaboration?" It was Glow Cosmetics, a rising Nigerian makeup brand. They screamed so loud, the neighbors banged on the walls. The meeting at Glow's office was so real. Plush chairs, free snacks, executives calling them stars. Then the brand manager said, "Halimat, your humor is good. We had love you to be the face of the campaign." Ifeoma's smile tightened. Halimat, obviously, grinned. "Of course, but my girls are part of this too, right?" The manager nodded. "Oh, absolutely. You just think your energy should lead." Ifeoma's nails dug into her palm. That night, they popped champagne in Halimat's apartment. Olabisi toasted, "To us, the next big thing." Ifeoma forced a smile, "To us." But when Halimat excused herself to take a call, Olabisi notified Ifeoma, staring at her phone. A DM from a rival influencer. "You are the real star. Why let Halimat take all the shine?" Olabisi frowned. Did Ifeoma just like the message? As they celebrated their first big win, none of them noticed the tiny crack in their friendship. But soon, the crack would split them apart. The morning after signing the Glow Cosmetics deal, Halimat woke up to a flood of notifications. Instagram, Halimat the comic. "You are blowing up, girl. When is the next video? We need more. Why is Ifeoma not in your last post?" She frowned at the last comment and checked her recent upload, a behind-the-scenes clip from the glow shoot. Informer was in it, but only for a few seconds. Hmm. She shrugged it off and called out, "BC, Ify, wake up, we are trending." Olabisi groaned from the couch, rubbing her eyes. "Do you ever sleep?" Ifeoma, already dressed in sleek black outfit, scrolled through her phone silently. Halimat grinned. "Come on girls, we are officially celebrities now. Time to celebrate. Let's go to the place for brunch." Olabisi pegged up. "With their famous pancakes?" "Yes." Informer didn't look up. "I have a meeting." Halimat blinked. "What meeting?" "Brand stuff. Personal." An awkward silence settled. Olabisi glanced between them. "Oh, we can reschedule." Informer finally looked up, a smile not quite reaching her eyes. "No, you two can go ahead. I will catch up with you later." The door clicked shut behind her. Halimat and Olabisi exchanged a look. "Did I do something wrong?" Halimat asked. Olabisi hesitated. "I don't know, but something is off." Informer sat in a quiet cafe, sipping a latte, staring at her phone. DM from @QueenBeat verified. "You are the real face of that trio. Your style is everything. Why let Halimat take all the credit?" Informer's fingers hovered over the keyboard. She typed, "It is a team effort." Then deleted it, replaced it with, "Thanks, the brand chose her as a face though." A reply came instantly. "Because she is loud." But loud doesn't mean better. "You ever think about going solo?" Ifeoma's chest tightened. She had, more than once. Halimat's phone buzzed. A follow request from Emeka the Visionary verified. Bio, CEO, Visionary Media, investing in Africa's next big stars. She accepted. Within minutes, a DM popped up. "Halimat, your content is fire. Let's talk business." Olabisi peeked over her shoulder. "Oh, is this a love interest or a business opportunity?" Halimat laughed. "Both. Evie is fine." She clicked on his profile. Tall, sharp suit, smile that could melt a butter. Oh no. Halimat found herself dramatically. "I'm in trouble." Olabisi grinned. "Just don't forget about us when you are a billionaire's wife." Halimat stuck out her tongue. "Never." 2 weeks later, the trio gathered for a Glow Cosmetics strategy call. The brand rep smiled. "We love the direction, Halimat. Your engagement is amazing. We'd like to extend your contract solo." Silence. Olabisi's eyes widened. Informer's grip on her phone turned white knuckle. Halimat stammered, "Wait, what about my girls?" The rep hesitated. "We are focusing on individual star power for this phase." Informer stood abstractly. "I need air." She walked out. Olabisi chased after her. "If he waits!" But Ifeoma was already gone. That night, Halimat found Ifeoma packing a suitcase. "What are you doing?" Ifeoma didn't look up. "Moving out." What? What? Why?" "You really don't know?" Ifeoma snapped. "It is all about you, Halimat. The face of the campaign, the solo deals, the spotlights." Halimat recalled. "I didn't ask for that. I wanted us to stay together." "Then why didn't you say no?" Halimat flattered. "I didn't think." "Exactly." Informer sipped her back shut. "You never think." Olabisi appeared in the doorway, eyes pleading. "If you don't do this, we are a team." Informer paused, then shook her head. "Not anymore." The door slammed. Halimat sank to the floor, tears streaming. "I messed up, BC." Olabisi sat beside her. "We all did." The apartment felt hollow without Informer. Halimat sat on the couch, scrolling through Instagram, her thumb hovering over Informer's latest post, a sleek solo photo shoot for a new jewelry brand. The caption read, "New era, no limits, solo dolo." Olabisi sighed, handing her a cup of tea. "You have been staring at that for 10 minutes. Halimat locked her phone. "I just can't believe it ended like this." Olabisi hesitated. There is something you should see. She pulled up a screenshot, a DM exchange between Ifeoma and Queen B NG, a rival influencer. Queen B NG: once they see how replaceable Halimat is, they will beg you to come back on your own terms. Ifeoma: we will see. Halimat's stomach twisted. She's been plotting this. Olabisi nodded grimly. I think she has been waiting for a reason to leave. 2 days later, Olabisi's phone exploded. Twitter trend, hashtag Olabisi fraud. A viral thread accused her of faking her financial struggles for clout. Remember when she cried about not affording rent? Meanwhile, she's secretly buying designer bags. Screenshots below. The screenshot showed old bank alerts, out of context but damning. Olabisi hand shook. This isn't real. These are from when I got that one brand payout last year. Halimat clenched her fist. Who would do this? Then they saw it, a subtle like on the thread from at Queen B NG burner account. The same influencer talking to Ifeoma. Halimat's blood ran cold. She wondered. Olabisi's voice was quiet. Wouldn't she? Emeka has been the one bright spot in Halimat's chaos. Charming, supportive, always hyping her up. But then she noticed something odd. His comments under Ifeoma's post. Fire as always. We need to collapse soon. She brushed it off until she saw his DM receipt. Emeka, you are the real star. Let's talk business. The same words he had said to her. That night, she confronted him. Are you playing me? Emeka sighed, running a hand over his head. Halimat, this is just networking. You know how the game works. The game? Her voice cracked. Is that all I am to you? A business move? He didn't deny it. She walked out, ignoring his calls. The next morning, Halimat woke up to a Twitter storm. Ifeoma had tweeted, funny how some people claim loyalty but only care about themselves. Karma comes. Fans instantly assumed it was about Halimat. Halimat is a fake friend. Ifeoma carried the trio. Halimat snapped. She could tweeted Ifeoma. Funny how some people stab their friends in the back, then play victim. Who leaked BC's receipts? The internet erupted. Team Halimat vs Team Ifeoma trended for hours. Brands started pulling out of deals with all the three of them. Olabisi sat on the floor, surrounded by cancelled contract emails. We are finished, she whispered. Halimat stared at her dropping follower count. No, we fight back. How? Halimat's eyes burned with determination. We exposed the truth. The apartment was silent except for the hum of Olabisi's laptop. We need undeniable proof, she muttered, scrolling through months of old messages. Halimat paced, her phone clutched in her hand. If we are doing this, it has to be big, no half measures. Olabisi hesitated. Are we sure? Once we post this, there is no going back. Oh. Halimat stopped, her jaw set. She didn't leave us a choice. They spent the next 48 hours gathering evidence. Screenshots of Ifeoma's DM with Queen B NG plotting to sabotage them. Bank records proving Olabisi's leaked transaction were misrepresented. Voice notes from Emeka's assistant confirming he was playing both sides for clout. Halimat took a deep breath. Ready? Olabisi nodded. Let's end this. They filmed in Halimat's bedroom. No fancy setup, just raw honesty. We have stayed quiet long enough, Halimat began, her voice steady. But today, you all get the truth. For 17 minutes, they laid out everything. Ifeoma's betrayal, how she conspired with a rival to ruin them. Emeka's manipulation, using Halimat for connection, then chasing Ifeoma. The smear campaign against Olabisi, fabricated to make her look like a fraud. They ended with a simple message. This isn't about revenge, it is about the truth. And now you know. They posted it and waited. Within an hour, the video had 500k views. Comments flooded in. I knew Ifeoma was shady. Emeka is a old scammer. Olabisi didn't deserve this. Hashtag cancel Ifeoma started trending. Brands dropped her within hours. Queen BNG deactivated her account, and Emeka, he posted a weak apology. I never meant to hurt anyone. No one bought it. Ifeoma sat alone in her new apartment, staring at her plumati follower count. Voice me from her manager. Ifeoma, call me now. The Dubai deal is off. Text from her sister. How could you do this to your friends? Her phone buzzed. Halimat was calling. She almost didn't answer, but then she did. Silence. Then Halimat's voice. Quiet. Was it worth it? Ifeoma's breath itched. No. A week later, the dust settled. Ifeoma's career was in shambles. Emeka fled to Ghana, claiming he needed a break from social media. Halimat and Olabisi's followers surged, their honesty resonating with fans. But victory felt hollow. Olabisi sighed. What now? Halimat stared at a photo of the three of them from happier times. Now, we move on. 1 year later, the auditorium buzzed with excitement as Olabisi stood backstage, adjusting her blazer. The event, Real Talk, Authenticity in the Digital Age, was a brainchild, a mentorship program for young creators. Universe? Halimat whispered beside her, grinning. Olabisi laughed, terrified, but in a good way. A lot had changed in a year. Halimat had launched her own comedy series, No Filter, with Netflix, which Netflix picked up. Olabisi's mentorship program had become one of the most respected in the industry. And Ifeoma, she had disappeared from the spotlight entirely. The host announced Olabisi's name and the crowd erupted. As she stepped on stage, her eyes scanned the room and froze. There, in the back row, sat Ifeoma. Olabisi's speech went smoothly, though her mind raced. After the event, she nudged Halimat. Do you see who was here? Halimat followed her gaze and stiffened. What is she doing here? Before Olabisi could answer, Ifeoma approached them hesitantly. She looked different. No designer labels, no flawless makeup, just a simple dress and an uncertain smile. Hey, she said softly. Silence. Then Olabisi surprised herself. You came? Ifeoma nodded. I've been following your work. It's really great. Halimat crossed her arms. What do you want, Ify? Ifeoma took a deep breath. To apologize properly. They sat in a quiet cafe nearby. The tension thick. Ifeoma spoke first. I was jealous and petty, and I let it ruin everything. Halimat's eyes narrowed. You tried to ruin us. I know, Ifeoma's voice cracked, and I have regretted it every day since, she admitted, and I deserved it. Olabisi sighed. What now? Ifeoma looked at them, tears in her eyes. I don't expect forgiveness. I just needed you to know that I am sorry. Later, Halimat and Olabisi sat in silence, processing. Do you believe her? Olabisi asked. Halimat stared at her coffee. I don't know, but I believe she's certain. Olabisi nodded. People change. Halimat said. I miss her. Olabisi smiled softly. Me too. A month later, a new video went viral, titled The Truth About Friendship, a Conversation. Halimat, Olabisi and Ifeoma sitting together, relaxed. In the video, they talked openly. The betrayal, the pain, the slow, fragile road to forgiveness. The comments were flooded with support. This is growth. We need more stories like this. Redemption Act unlocked. The trio didn't magically return to how things were. They were different now, wiser and more careful. But they were together again. On the rooftop of Halimat's new apartment, the three clean glasses under the Lagos sunset. To second chances, Olabisi said. To growth, Ifeoma added. Halimat grinned. And to never letting a man like Emeka mess with us again. They burst into laughter, the kind that came from healed wounds, hard lessons, and a bond that even betrayal couldn't fully break. Ifeoma returned to influencing, but with a focus on authenticity. Halimat and Olabisi expanded their brand, mentoring young creators.